scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with a rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. The man on my left is Speak Easy. I am Spencer Raxter. We got Chris Platte in the TD booth and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. We got a big show lined up for you guys, but
first things first on the real list.
First things first on the real list. First things first, before we get into it, running back rankings came out in May,
running back.
right?
They're all 70s. That's why they're not getting paid.
Yeah, they're all 70s.
Ass.
None of them are higher than 84. No.
If they
Jamal,
were
what do you think? What do you think Jamal Williams' Madden ranking
You
is?
told me before the show, so but I probably would guess.
Fucking use some showmanship.
Okay. 79.
85.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Higher than Travis Etienne, who's an 84. Higher than Damon Pierce, who's an 83. And all three of those gentlemen are higher than David Montgomery,
We got
who is an 82.
Anime discussion with one Lucas
And
Clitters in the back, and
anime discussion. What are you guys doing? What show?
no.
Fucking
gang.
I fucking hate you. About Brian Robinson.
Yes, about Brian Robinson. If you finish top 10, like statistically,
Yeah.
are you a top 10 running back for that year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I was.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it works.
That's why I was really lost in that one with my guy back there. He had a really good year last year, but Madden is just on some shit this year.
Madden is, they're sucking some chode this year. It's pretty bad.
Right now.
Damn, I look really white.
I know.
Let me see.
It's the hat.
Yeah, probably.
My pussy pink. My
Damn,
booty
you can
hole
get some
brown.
fucking. It's weird because you're like not that white right now.
Yeah.
In person.
But I am. I'm a white man.
You just gotta hiss
Wonder
every
if it
time the
changes.
camera comes to you.
Either way,
Chris could adjust the black level if he was at the TD meeting.
wow.
The black level. Oh.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say now. Oh, is Jamal Williams a better running back than Aiden Hutchinson is a defensive end?
Fuck no. Fuck no, baby.
In the chat, you guys answer this too, because do we have it mixed up? Like, is Jamal Williams a better running back than Aiden Hutchinson is a edge rusher?
No.
JB?
No, hell no.
Christopher Robinson?
Christopher
What was
Reeves.
the question?
Is Jamal Williams a better running back than Aiden Hutchinson is an edge rusher?
Nope. Not a chance.
That's wild.
Yeah, they're
So
just
for Jamal to be an 85 and Aiden be an 81, it's racism.
that is racism.
Plain as day.
They're just gassing him up
Hating on the white man.
and putting the white man
Trying
down.
to bring the white man down.
There's nothing
We
more.
work so hard to control everything, and they're tearing it apart.
There's nothing more persecuted in America than the straight white man.
Poor Adam. Adam 22, part of that too.
Yeah, we don't claim him.
Did you get
Yeah,
that
we don't
one
either.
in before?
Yeah.
We'll just touch
Do you-
on this
Chris,
one.
what do you
I
mean
hate
me?
this.
What do you mean we? I said straight white man.
Yeah, that was me. Antonio Brown calls next. Antonio.
Oh no,
Adam
dude.
22's wife.
What are you gonna do with your little ass meat?
Oh, that's what he said. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
yikes!
Damn.
Spicy.
I hate Adam 22.
Adam-
I blocked
yeah.
him on Twitter.
I'm so over
Yeah, did you?
this.
Yeah, I don't want. He was just fucking clout chasing. It's just annoying.
I got into a little Twitter back and forth last night in the DMs with some like hardcore like conservative.
About what?
He posted is stupid. It was like some race baiting ass shit, and like I'm like pretty fucking down the middle. Like, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about too much.
I'd
to
say
be
you
honest with
lean more conservative.
Yeah, I do lean more to conservative. But I was like, yo, that's like should be a line right there, bro. You're just race baiting. And then he DM'd me and sent me the Ice Cube, shut up, bitch. And I was just like, well, fucking, like, you just raise your daughters in a shitty ass world, and I hope they end up on Pornhub.
Nice.
So,
What did he say to that?
nothing yet.
Bro is shook.
Owned him.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to come back from. But we got a lot more to talk about. We also, I think it's pretty. Dude, stop. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty, common knowledge, pretty much universally accepted that the Lions have a top 3 offensive line in the NFL.
Correctamundo.
Correctamundo.
Yeah. It's my
The Lions offensive
Correctamundo.
The Lions offensive rankings came out. Their offensive line rankings.
I'm not.
Chris, can you throw these up?
Okay.
Fucker,
Do
man.
I not have?
This guy's.
Did you send that in Slack?
Yeah, I did.
When?
It's in there.
Okay, I'm gonna keep
He
looking at
said,
this too.
okay.
you motherfucker.
That's all right. We'll save it for a segment, maybe. Did Jordan Poole call Draymond a bitch? Is that why he got punched in the face?
Yeah, no, that was after the fact.
Oh,
Like recently.
Yeah.
Recently called him a bitch.
like
Here,
publicly
here's
called
the
him a bitch.
Draymond quote.
Yeah,
I
here's
do
what
have
Draymond
that.
said. Draymond said, I don't just hit people. Dialogue, of course, happens over time, and you usually ain't just triggered by something that fast. Stuff you don't say amongst men.
Mm.
And then Jordan Poole had a rebuttal.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
I was
no,
trying
no,
to get
I-
the graphic.
I think-
All right, here's his
I think
rebuttal.
this is Anthony
Well,
Poole.
Anthony Poole.
Yeah, this
his
is Jordan
dad.
Poole's
Oh.
dad.
His dad.
What's that
responded.
say, Chris?
He
It
said,
says,
I stand on...
I stand on this. That's some BS. JP was his guy, and he avoided me all year. He is a soft-ass bitch, and I'm standing on this. He didn't apologize to me and my wife, so he lame, and me and him can meet anytime if he wants.
First of all,
Oh my god.
Anthony Poole,
is
that
ass
makes you
beat.
and Jordan Poole look weak.
He just has dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he called his daddy to make sure that everything was okay. Why the fuck would Draymond apologize to you? He didn't punch you. He punched another grown man. Like, is your son a grown man, or is he still your child that people have to check in on you or check in with you to make sure everything's okay?
You have to come talk.
You're
apologize
just
to
mad
his
your son
parents.
got traded to Washington, and now he's got to play on the worst team in the East. Like, that shit's just... that's soft. He didn't apologize to me or my wife. Why the fuck should he? Your son's a grown-ass man. He can handle his own business.
Why does the wife have to get apologized to?
Yeah. That's just...
Because she peed him out. She peed him out of her parts.
That's just sad. But something that's not sad,
Definitely made him look a lot more lame.
that could definitely cause more fights at sports events.
Uh-oh.
Alcohol
Yeah.
is now being sold at college games. Oh, hell yeah! Big Gretch.
Shout out Big Gretch.
Big Gretch signed the bill today.
I met Big Gretch.
That's
Bengal.
back. Yeah, I'd clap. For sure. She's Betty.
Stretching Gretchen was her nickname in college.
Yeah. So we're told.
No, hey, back at
You
all
know those,
MSU.
you know those MSU girls.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
You get pretty wild.
But, what was the other
But-
girl who was badder? The
I
other,
don't know.
The other lady she was running against?
Oh, yeah, she was the
she
bad.
was-
Tudor Dixon, right?
Tudor
Yeah,
Dixon.
I
yeah.
hated that bitch.
Tudor Dixon.
But
you
she
know what
was
I'm
so
saying?
hot, I just still wanted to vote for her. I was like, oh, she's just so hot. I'd much rather look at this
She
one.
could tutor Dixon somewhere,
She can tutor this dick,
She could
son.
tutor this Dixon. But she signed the bill.
Nice bar, actually. You tutor this dick, son.
She can tutor this Dixon. But Gretchen Whitmore signed the bill to allow alcohol
Your mind's going out.
to allow alcohol. It's just
Gang,
that's
gang.
constantly in my mind now. It's just TikTok girls. But to allow alcohol to be sold at college sporting events now, which is dope. Because I used to sneak a lot of booze into Spartan Stadium.
I feel like that's part of the game, though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a game within the game. Like, that's fun.
I'd have 2 shooters tucked in both socks, and then like a pint or a half pint,
See how that's a story, though? Like
on the
that's
gooch.
It's part of the tradition. It's part of going to the game is sneaking in the liquor.
Yeah.
Like, it makes a fun story to tell.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather just
Be able
buy
to
it.
buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it for what? Fucking $9
That's
for a
part
shot?
That's part of the thing,
More than
man.
that, probably. 17.
I mean, you're still gonna sneak some in.
cheap ass college kids. Yeah, still sneak it in. You're not gonna get in trouble. You bought it.
And
game.
Toxic FPV says, man, can you imagine the fights during U of M and MSU or OSU and U of M games?
and Michigan games are gonna be violent.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. And we're gonna have John U. Bacon on the sideline, like they weren't saying nice things to each other.
Gang, gang.
They're so mean. They're not saying go other team.
That shit was crazy.
That was the softest shit I've ever
That
seen in my
was
entire
the-
life.
outside of actual politics, the biggest propaganda piece I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah. They were not being nice to the Michigan players on the sidelines.
Like,
Who the fuck cares? They're rivals, bro. You think, oh, great run, Blake. Good job.
Yeah.
Go have some fun. No, you go over the sidelines and fuck you, bitch. That's what it is.
your mother.
Yeah.
Hope your mother chokes on a Frank. You fat fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Chris, did you grab the graphic
Yes,
yet?
I did.
Okay,
Hope your mother
so,
chokes on a fucking Frank.
like I was saying, before we got to Frank choking and Tudor Dixon's,
I choked Tudor Dixon.
this
with
is the
my
Lions' offensive
Dixon.
line ratings. For a top 3 offensive line in the NFL, they don't have a player higher than 88. And they only have 3 80s on the team. Jonah Jackson had a 76.
Jonah Jackson's easy.
He was a Pro Bowler last year.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. But
2 years, well, yeah,
point
not
still.
last season. 2
Still
years ago.
valid. Still valid. As fuck.
Glasgow's a 74. Vitae is 70.
I mean, Vitae didn't play last year, but Levi Enrique didn't play last year. You made him a 7-1, and fucking Lee McNeil 72. I don't want to do this today. I'm done with Madden. It's.
I will never buy a Madden for the rest of my life after these ratings.
Lies.
I haven't bought one since Michael Vick was on the cover.
Actually, to be fair, the last Madden in my system was a gift.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm not buying 2K this year. This is gonna be the first year in like 15 years I don't buy 2K.
You were there for my phone conversation. GameStop called me. And
Yeah.
I was like, and I was like, actually, I might get
I'm not
Spider-Man.
getting it, bro. It's the same fucking thing. Like they haven't improved on anything.
Yeah, it's crazy because 2K used to be
2K used to be great.
the elite.
Make 2K great again.
Honest to God, like, how are you this deep into like the culture and like the fucking like everything with basketball and just everything? And you still just the story mode isn't involved.
The simple
It's
simple
regressed.
answer is NBA Live is dead. 2K has no competition. It's
But
monopolized
still, I thought there was
everything.
like something to live up to.
Nah, come on. Do you
Chell
I think
is
it's
the best.
you think they,
It is,
you think they want
cross-platform this
internal
year, though.
greatness? No.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
I know.
Chell is the best. Don't care.
I don't even have
Still
time.
care. And I heard FIFA's really good, but
Dog, one night
I don't play FIFA. I don't
in
like
a
soccer.
world.
In a world full of desire.
Shout out to Dispo.
He sold tortillas on the corner.
Because you know
the
that's where your
mob
boy
wanted
works
it.
part time, and obviously you know the Chaldeans are there, my guys. I went over to my boy Martin's house, hooked me up there at Dispo, and we're playing FIFA, smoking or whatever. First time I played FIFA in my life, whooping this dude's ass. I have no clue.
What were you using, like
To
the
this
fucking
day.
Spanish All-Star team? And he was like,
No, dude, I was like
he's
a
like
normal ass team.
U14 U.S. team.
What team is Messi on?
Barcelona? Or no,
It was like
last
the
year he's
FIFA,
on
FIFA.
PSG. I got the PSG ones, or PSG 6s on right now.
No, what country?
France.
Oh, Argentina.
Argentina. There you go.
Oh, you're
Boom.
using countries.
Yeah. FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA World Cup. But either
Well,
way-
I mean, you can
You can use the
you
club
can
teams.
use the
as
actual
well.
Okay.
teams too.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was Argentina and he was somebody else. Maybe the same team, whatever. But like, I think what it was, he just kept shooting from far.
You did?
He did.
Oh.
I would just fucking roll all the way up there with Messi, like, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Hey, that's what it's all about. I heard FIFA's really fun, but
It was lit. Only 'cause I
Chell
was winning.
Chell is the
Was he
best one
getting
I played.
pissed when you were smoking them?
Yeah.
When was he like aired up, like just going off?
Yeah, he restarted the game twice.
My older brother got really pissed at me when I was whooping his ass in UFC one time.
Dog, UFC was infuriating to lose in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, especially when someone like grappling you.
I
like,
was Rampage. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I would be Rampage, and I'll just take him down and ground and pound.
I said, well, yeah, John Jones, ground and pound people fucking all day. It's the most infuriating game to lose in, I think. What is the most infuriating game to take an L in? Is it UFC? I think it might.
It might be. It might be.
2K if you got money on it.
Well, anything if you got
Yeah.
money on it.
That's true.
For me, it's 2K just because that's the sports game I play.
The
the
game's
most.
cheating. 2K do be cheating. I don't give a
It's
fuck.
like- it's like
They be selling you.
2K
I'm a
be
center.
cheating.
I'm a center, bro. They be selling you under the rim. Like there'll be a 6'3"
Bro,
guy, and
that
they
is the
stop you
worst.
from.
I
they
told you.
stop from
I told you I
dunking.
made my friend Tony walk
layups.
home, right?
Yeah, after Melo, right?
No.
Who was it?
I dropped 70
Oh,
with
was
Melo.
it the
but
Kendrick Perkins?
It was Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
game.
I had a game-winning mid-range jump shot with Kendrick Perkins.
Green bean.
Yeah, bro.
That's when it was like the shots were like, it wasn't graded. It was like number.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like an A, B, C, D
Yeah.
grade. It was the number, and it was like a 62.
Takes a hit to your ego,
And
bro.
he fucking cashed that boy at
Shit
the
hurts.
buzzer for the win. My boy Tony walked home.
I don't blame you, Tony. How far do you live?
Not that far. It was
Yeah.
a couple blocks, but it was still funny.
Gang.
But we're going to be back more. We're going to talk about the Lions. We're going to talk about the defensive line. We're going to talk about the rookies reporting to minicamp and all that stuff. But first, Eazy, tell us about
Gang.
Svies. Dude, stop.
Now that summer's here, it's important to make sure you are properly covered, whether it's a grad party or just a group of people over to enjoy the lake or pool. Your liability exposure increases significantly in summertime. Let Swiss Insurance Group review your coverage and make sure you are protected from an unexpected loss. Gang, check out SwissINS.com or call Mark today at 248-800-4177.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractors, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground. Dude, shut the fuck up. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. Do us a favor, after the show's over, go to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify, review the podcast, and leave your biggest insult for Chris.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah, and we'll read some of them.
We'll read them tomorrow.
We'll read some on the show tomorrow.
5-star review, but the biggest insult for Chris. And if you're listening to the show for the first time, Chris, you put the camera on yourself.
Oh, I thought this was the solo mode.
No, you're fine. You're
let
fine.
me start it off with this.
Yeah, you're good. No, this is Chris.
Yeah.
Artist formerly known as YS. Don't ask why.
YS.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. 5-star review.
Leave him some insults with a 5-star review, and we'll read them on the air tomorrow. The best ones.
The best one, actually, I'll send a shirt to the best one.
Okay.
How about that? Gang.
I'm down.
All right, can I get that out of the way? You want to save it for the end? I'll save it for the end.
What?
The gang.
Oh, play it, bro. We already got a video for that.
What?
We got the one video where I know
Spider-Man.
I feel like he's out of context. Let's just talk sports. I'll save it for last.
No, just play it now, and we'll get it out of the way. So
You want to get out of the way?
Yes.
All right, so there's like these. TikTok is like the wildest place on earth.
TikTok is the weirdest shit on the planet.
Weirdest shit on the planet. I deleted it from my phone. It was getting too wild out there. To any grown-ass man listening to this, and you should feel this pain. If you don't, I may judge you a little bit, but like there's just like too much ass, too much tits, but you don't know the age of the ass or the tits.
Yep.
And it's just extremely uncomfortable for me. You got all the shit about China like spying on you through it. I was never comfortable with TikTok, and I suck at editing them too. Editing them makes me feel almost 30.
Couple weeks, brother.
Couple weeks. Makes me feel almost 30. TikTok was whatever. But anyway, the weirdest people are on there. There's these girls that go live and they pretend to be NPCs or anime characters. I don't know.
NPCs.
And they just sitting there doing live, like, you know, you select your character and they're like, fight. They'll sit there and they do that shit, and then if you like pay to send an emoji, they have reactions to it. It's been like a trend for a while now, but one finally broke character. Here she is.
Slay, huh? Yes. Oh, thank you, baby. This is so cute. Ooh, yes. Hey. Yeah, strong woman. Hey, stop it. Stop. You're going to break the sofa. Why? Why are you doing this? Why?
But people pay money to send emojis. I get it, she's bad. Don't get me wrong. This one's name's Pinky Doll. But after you, I don't know. It fucking blows my mind. My mind can't like comprehend somebody doing that nonstop for hours.
Easy. Detroit's Premises is sending you ice cream.
Send me ice cream?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
In the chat.
Let me see. Hold on. What's?
He sent you ice cream times 3.
Ice cream. JB, will you do it? JB,
No,
please do it, bro.
No.
It's your own. It's your own. You can make your own up. Doesn't have to be hers.
I'm not making my own up. That is so weird. that is so. I thought that was Doja Cat for a second. Honestly.
She's bad.
Ice cream.
too, actually.
Ice cream. Actually, these are super chats. It gotta be super chats. And I love Woodward Sports. I'm up. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
You're walking a thin line here, brother.
Just keep an eye on the comment section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the weirdest shit ever of all time. TikTok is just her.
Yes.
Dude, I can't. I'm gonna walk out. Like, I swear to God.
That is literally doing the show with you every fucking day.
No, it's not that. That's different. We're talking about Bob Seger.
Different.
That's cringe. Bob Seger is a legend.
No, not when you do that.
Dabber just sent you a hot dog.
No, you gotta listen. Hold on. Here, hold on.
This shit is fucking weird, man.
It
TikTok people are weird.
Well, here's the best. You know what it is. The guy's jerking off to it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna send her a hot dog.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send her some ice cream. Yeah.
Next time someone sends ice cream, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Hold on.
What
We
the
them boys.
is going on with my life?
Yeah, honestly.
What should the ice cream one be?
I don't know, but
Hold on. Actually, keep going. I'm just putting something.
it's just I don't trust TikTok. I don't trust TikTokers. I feel like they're
not real.
They're the lowest. They're the lowest form of like influencer.
Yes.
Yum. Like, what the fuck, dude? There was one that I saw that was pretty funny. It was this guy, and he was dressed up like CJ from Grove Street, like CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's nice.
And he's like standing there, and his mom like comes in. His mom doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Oh yeah, he's like.
And so she's like trying to give him water because she thinks he's on like
his dad,
drugs or something. And he's like, "Hey yo, it's CJ," and she's like, "That's not your name. Drink some water." He's like, "Ice cream." She's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yo, it's CJ." That shit was pretty funny.
Yes.
Oh, you just got a.
You just got
a super chat glizzy.
You just got a super chat.
Who's doing the glizzy?
That's you.
What's the glizzy emoji? If you make up a
gotta make
glizzy emoji, I'll do it all day if they super chat. I put a certain name in certain somewhere. Put the camera on. Let them do it.
Nope. You don't do it for free.
Monkey see, monkey do. I gotta see you do it.
All right.
Chris missed it.
You missed it?
You
got to do it.
Do it.
Glizzy.
I didn't go to it because I thought we were doing it for free.
All right, you gotta do the ice cream ones though.
No. Dude, that shit. I don't.
For
Like
the
I
cake
said, man.
emojis, Chris got to stand up and shake that ass. He's the only one
That
tall enough to
ass
do
in a
it.
circle.
Chad's get tuned in the show. We're like,
Yeah.
Chad's shaking his ass.
Chad's like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, but TikTokers are like the lowest forms of life.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't disagree with that one.
We should just
pretty fucking cringy.
hopefully.
Shane, do you what the fuck?
Yeah, it's TikTok, man. It's TikTok.
That's when I went to Cleveland for the Jake Paul fight to cover or whatever. At the bar, me and my boy Andy, shout to Andy, and I forgot his publication. He's a boxing publication. But we ran into this TikToker, and like, he's cool, but I felt bad. Like, I feel like he wanted to be validated so much for being a TikToker. Like, we just did not give a fuck. And he's like, I'm Chunky Hustle, I think it was his name. He's like, I'm Chunky Hustle. We're like, cool, bro.
All right, man.
He's like, I'll buy a shot for everybody. He's like, Let's do that, Chunky Hustle.
Yeah, you're the man, Chunky Hustle.
Immediately after you did that, his girl called him like, "What the fuck did you spend on the card?" It was like $100 shots or some shit.
Jesus.
I know, we closed that bitch out. Cleveland was straight. I know a lot of people make fun.
Where was that at?
Downtown Cleveland. I don't remember the name of the bar. It was like outside.
Oh, Banana just sent in the chat from DNC into
All right, JB.
That's racist.
No, Chris, you gotta do bananas because everything else is racist. What do you guys gotta do bananas?
You gotta do banana. I can't
do banana.
I just made up
That's
the hot
racist.
Dog. I made up the hot dog one.
I'm doing the hot dog one. You doing the banana one.
What could the banana be? How could it be different?
Do I get to make it up?
Yeah.
You made up the hot dog one?
Yeah. But you gotta do it first on camera. This is the most clippable segment ever.
Look at him.
Oh my god, dude.
Fucking crying.
This is what you've inspired. You gotta say banana after it says DNC.
Yeah, that way they know.
Alright,
Otherwise,
all right, go.
No, you guys.
You do first.
So,
all right, so you do glissies, I do bananas?
Yeah.
All right. Banana. All right, Chris has to do ice cream. JB has to do the next one. Whatever the next one is. Okay, yeah. So we got 1 minute left.
Yeah. Let's go to a break. Let's gather ourselves.
All right, Lady James. Oh shit! Damn, I missed you guys. Glad to catch us live. I'm crying. Shout out to Toxic FTV, dude. That's the realest. That's the realest one right there. Walk.
What the? Walk.
Walk in Eddie, Lady James, for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one but two vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC. That's right, 2 cars, vroom vroom, one for you, one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Snip, snip. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. All right, no more Detroit Supremacy said. All right, back to football talk. Hike. No, all right, yeah, no more TikTok fucking shit. Let me tell you guys how concerned I am with the Lions' interior defensive line. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I'm about a 7.5.
I'm not mad at that.
You're ahead of that?
No, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, because it's, you know, we have the pieces we know of. We think Aleem is going to be, well, I think he's going to have a better year. You have your question marks because of the weight loss. Is Levi coming back? Who knows? Isaiah Buggs, he showed what he could do last year. It was impressive for his role, for what he was... for his role, for what we expected of him. Isaiah Buggs did a good job. They obviously got a guy they liked and they wanted in Broderick Martin. Big Broderick Martin. They traded up for Broderick Martin. They traded 3 draft picks to move up and get him. So obviously he's a player they were looking at. Obviously he's a player they were targeting for a reason. And Brad Holmes hasn't done anything else to address that position.
Yeah.
So he must feel comfortable with what it is. He must feel comfortable with the group that they're bringing out there next year. I still think it's the biggest hole in the team. I still think that the interior defensive line is the biggest weakness of this team. But we'll see. I know Aleem's going to be a dog. I know Aleem's going to go out there and do his thing. We don't know what's going on with Levi Ozarike, if he's going to play or not. They signed Covington in the offseason. That was a pretty good signing. Another kind of depth piece. You know, you have Isaiah Buggs, and then whatever you expect Broderick Martin to be, big. But I just think they still need some star power there. They still need somebody there that is someone you can put next to Aleem as a 3-down guy rather than just rotating bench guys, rotating depth pieces in there. I'd rather have someone I'm comfortable with, like, okay, he's going to play all 3 downs. He's going to be a guy that you can rely on. And outside of Aleem, I don't really see anybody else in the interior defensive line that I'd put to that standard unless they're using Kaminsky there more.
Guys, this is the closest we've been my entire fucking life. Spinny said it earlier. I'm going to be 30 in a couple weeks. The closest we've been my entire life to something real as Detroit Lions fans. This is something tangible to believe in, because it's not just like having a couple stud players and us banking on hope that they're going to be and continue to be those stud players and carry us to victories. No, this is a coaching staff accompanied by a couple stud players. And it's just that one little bit that just solidifies it, bro. Mm-hmm. This is like that one little piece, and it's the interior defensive line. Everywhere else in this entire team, across the board, it's find the hard holes. Find the hard to find holes. Sorry, apologize.
Find the hard holes.
Find the hard holes. Vroom. Yep.
Hey, yo!
Nonetheless, though, this is the closest they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
My urgency, my impatience, my bias for the Detroit Lions, my fandom, puts it at an 8, possibly 9. Like that's how far this team is away from being that. And beyond that, just as you said too, Spinning, like, okay, you can like Aleem McNeil. I like Aleem McNeil. You can have hope for Broderick Martin. I have hope for Broderick Martin. That's a big boy. Big. If they go down, it's good. I'm not saying those guys specifically, but people are going to get hurt throughout the football season.
Mm-hmm.
There is no one valid enough or that we believe in enough to step in and fill those shoes to what we hope Aleem and Broderick could even do it at. I mean, yeah, Josh Pascal can slide in sometimes, and I do think he'll be pretty solid there.
Yeah.
Give me someone after that. I know they signed Covington. He's supposed to be a guy, but, like, if you look at his numbers, he's been a career guy.
Yeah.
Like, what's what I'm looking for?
Rotation piece.
Yeah. You know, but maybe, listen, Brad Holmes is him. He did find John Kaminsky, not find him, but they picked him up off of waivers. Maybe Covington's that type of dude. He's going to provide that type of production for you. I don't know. But for me personally, just off the fucking urgency of doing something for once in my fucking life. I have never seen a playoff win out of this fucking team ever.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a playoff win in the city of Detroit since fucking 2008, 9? When the last time the Detroit Pistons did it?
Well, the Tigers.
Or Tigers, okay.
Yeah.
So 2012s, 2013s.
Yeah, and the Red Wings.
It's been 10 years. Decades. A decade, not decades.
A decade. Almost a decade.
That's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And for one, this franchise especially, never seeing it. It needs to happen. I still have some faith that it's going to happen because you have the training camp cuts with certain veteran players that may not work out wherever they're at. But it feels like an 8 to me. And if you're listening to Woodward Sports Chat, I want to know what it is for you. JB, I want to know what it is for you. You got them going to the Super Bowl.
The level of concern I am? Or
for interior defensive linemen, yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably say I'm around what Spinny said, like 7.5. Like, you're just unsure of what you have, but you're confident in the player there in that position. It's just how will it all fit together, and can Aaron Glenn basically take this team to the next level greater than it was the past season? So, this Like 7.5. You know, I'm concerned, but I'm not, panicking right now, if that makes any sense.
Panicking like a mannequin. Better get up a blannikin.
You're using too many napkins.
Too many napkins.
Flapping around like a babkin.
It's literally Eminem since like
chill.
2008.
Chill on the goat.
Oh,
No.
Not the GOAT.
Not
Definitely
even
goat.
close.
Chris, how you feeling, Chris Brown?
I'm at like a 5. Like, I'm really like, it's the biggest
That's how hard
concern
you are,
on the
huh?
Lions roster. But at the end of the day,
Boing,
when you look at Brad Holmes and his ability to go out and get anybody he wants, damn near, with the cap space that didn't get used on DeAndre Hopkins, like, you have all that flexibility. Plus, again, this is a guy that's shown that he's willing to go out and get it. And Aaron Glenn is also a defensive coordinator who, what was the analogy, Spencer? Spoiled vegetables?
Yeah,
or?
making a salad with spoiled vegetables.
Exactly.
Using way too many babkins.
And so, yeah, Aaron Glenn knows how to use a babkin. Like, he can use a babkin. He can turn that to a mannequin.
That's true.
Get him a blannikin.
That is true. Bannikin. But I think they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to add another piece. Unless they really believe that Levi Ozarike is coming back and they really believe in John Kaminsky playing serious minutes at the interior defensive line, or that Broderick Martin is just that piece that they're going to put there. We'll see. We'll see. Because even if you look at it like this, like, they don't have the star power at all. Like, Aleem McNeil, yeah, we think he's going to be a very good player, but he hasn't proven anything yet. Buggs is probably the guy that's going to be starting next to him. Rotational piece.
I mean, that's a great question itself, too. Like, who?
Kaminsky, rotational piece.
Yeah.
Broderick Martin, giant human, but a rookie. So we don't know what he's going to be yet. But we'll see. I mean, I just think that I think they need to add a piece there that is a reliable veteran piece that he's going to be able to play every down for you.
The other piece of it, too, is, like, we don't know for sure what the future of this. Like, we know we have something here within the front office, within the coaching staff. Now, pieces of that coaching staff are going to leave to start their own coaching staffs because that's just how well they're performing too. But there's also questions about the quarterback position and the future of that. Like, if you're a Neil Rule and you're truly speaking to a window of opportunity to win a championship here or do something special in Detroit, it is now. Mm-hmm. And that raises that concern for me. It's I know in reality, as a team as a whole, it's probably just where Chris is talking about, probably 5, maybe 6. But urgency to do something while you have something, brother, it's an 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to start paying all these pieces and these guys that you want to keep long term. And like you said, there's not a lot of holes that need to be filled, unless you're in Birmingham and that. But there's that is the biggest hole. That is the most gaping hole, is the interior defensive line. And if you could, I forget who said it in the Woodward Sports chat. Where was it? MPWMU says, I'd feel better with Jalen Carter. So, yeah, I'd feel a lot.
Yeah.
I'd feel a lot fucking better with Jalen Carter.
I'd feel a lot better. And I understand the draft pick and the Jameer Gibbs because your strong suit in this team is your offense. Sometimes you need to keep those things going. You also want to keep a guy like Ben Johnson happy so you could possibly keep him as long as you can. When do you think he's leaving, by the way?
Who?
Big Ben. Benny J. Ben Johnson.
Next year.
You think he's gone next year? Yeah.
If Brandon Staley gets fired for sure.
Yeah.
And I expect Brandon Staley to get fired.
I guess
I'm surprised he wasn't fired. It's going to be either Brandon Staley or Mike McCarthy that gets fired. He's going to take either one of those jobs.
I had a couple of Chargers fans reach out on Twitter, and they're like lifelong Charger fans the way we are Lions, and they compared ownership. Like, yeah, Chargers have like the family franchises passed on where nobody truly gives a fuck. I feel like we were blessed with getting Sheila because of like her. I don't want to say lack of football knowledge, but she needed to lean on football minds to make decisions.
Yes.
And she did that versus like money management guys or just fucking, you know how we are. We're fucking full of ourselves. Mm-hmm. We have this show because everybody thinks they have everything right. They know everything, how to do everything about when it comes to sports. Yeah. Football, basketball,
especially
all that
Brandon
stuff like
Katz.
Yes, especially Brandon Katz. So like Sheila getting it was a blessing in a way. Mm-hmm. The Chargers are the similar situation. That's why my man kept his job. They fucking blamed the offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, if either or, and I think both of them will be fired, Mike McCarthy in Dallas or Brandon Staley for the Chargers, I think Ben Johnson leaves for one of those two positions.
I'm just wishing and praying on. I don't even know a big name that would even be not willing to get cut, but like on the line.
Sue still floating around?
Sue's a free agent. I don't know why they wouldn't make the call to him, but at the same time, I was scratching my head about the DJ Chark stuff. Meanwhile, he's set for surgery.
Yeah,
they answered all my questions.
Yeah,
there's those type of things.
Well, Sue's not going to sign anywhere until like
training. Yeah, after training camp.
After training camp, maybe even after a game or two.
That's true. And he point blank said that. Yeah, I'll be ready week 1. Which
I believe him.
Yeah, how could you not?
I believe him. How do you not?
How do you not?
So we'll see what's going forward. I would love to see them bring back into Tompkins Sue like that.
Man,
that'd be perfect. Even though he's old, he's still a fucking monster. Like
he's a fucking beast. Just the attitude in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to put alongside
the attitude, the leadership, line. The Super Bowl experience.
Yes.
Like he's already familiar with different guys on the roster. Like he knows obviously Jared Goff, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. There's a lot of guys that he's already played with. So I think it'd be a pretty good signing.
There's certain like names like I feel like as fans we like to throw it out there, but like this guy'd be a great mentor. Oh, he's old, so he's a mentor. But like I'm not buying into all of it all the time. But Sue, I am buying.
Yes.
Like that is a Hall of Famer in my opinion. I don't think Braylon felt the same last week or whenever it was. Hall of Famer in my mind.
Yes.
And to see how he carries himself, one of the best in the game to have ever done it. I don't care what anybody got to say. I mean, obviously there's better.
Yeah.
But he's amongst
up there.
them. Yeah. That's a piece you could take after.
That's a piece you can bring in. That's a piece that'd be great for, especially, and it's not just like you're adding him to add him. Like you're adding him because you need him.
Yeah.
You're adding him because we've talked about the interior defensive lineman and having a good veteran piece on that young defensive line.
Yeah.
You added veteran pieces in the secondary. You have a veteran piece in the linebacking core. I mean, is Bugs your veteran leadership? Is Romeo your veteran leadership? No, you bring in a veteran that's won a Super Bowl. You bring in a veteran that's played in multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Like that, a guy that is a Hall of Famer. Like his words carry a little more weight, no disrespect, than an Isaiah Bugs or a Romeo Okwara.
Yep. I mean, when you think of Sue here in Detroit, especially outside of Detroit, you remember the stomps, you remember the arms, the chop block, the nastiness that it takes to play the defensive line position.
I love it.
To be elite at the defensive line position. You saw Aaron Donald fucking wielding 2 helmets, ready to kill a motherfucker last year.
Yes, that was like, one of the hardest pictures of all time.
That's what it takes, bro.
Fucking Myles Garrett hit Mason Rudolph with his own helmet on live television.
He missed him.
No, he cracked him.
Bro, if he cracked him, that man would be dead.
He hit him.
He did not hit him. He grazed him.
There's an impact.
Bro, he'd be a dent in his head.
And then he got jumped by the Pounceys.
Did he really?
Yeah, well, one of the Pounceys.
on the Steelers. Yeah. Pounceys don't play.
No,
they do not play.
They're straight up literal killers.
Pounceys will pounce on you.
Yeah.
Tell them about Guardian Alarm.
I will. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to our needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. Call anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sends you.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit. By Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Heavy. Live on WoodwardSports.com. Maybe they're heavy. Maybe they're Pokemon.
That's very true.
Ice cream.
Abby, I mean, if she was, I would definitely try to catch that Pokemon. Fuck that Pokemon.
But make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platte in the TD booth, JB smooth, on the ones and twos.
Twos.
I am Spencer Raxter. We just got done talking about the interior defensive line position and how concerned we are with it for the Detroit Lions. But now, you know what happened today.
No, I don't.
Rookies reported to training camp. And they're all signed. Brian Branch signed yesterday, and all rookies reported to camp today. So we're in the home stretch, people. We're not going to be talking about ice cream. Like, we're actually going to have shit to talk about pretty soon. Who are you most excited for their rookie season outside of Jahmyr Gibbs? Because that's the easy answer.
For just watching football, probably say Jack Campbell, but for this team's success, probably Broderick Martin. I don't. The reason why I don't have the actual excitement there is I just don't really know what to expect out of him. We watched the tape before United together. Even yes, he's a big human, but dude stands straight up.
Yeah. And
maybe it looks like he stands straight up because he's 6'6" or 6'7", however the fuck tall he is. But
he's a big ass dude.
Big dude. I don't. Well, you play football. If you wrestle, low man wins.
Low man wins.
Low
always.
man wins. So yeah, you can be big and you can be immovable, and I think that helps in the run game. But I also like someone to be dominant as an interior pass rusher too, especially when you got those hungry fucking dogs on the outside. So probably Broderick Martin.
We got people in the Woodward Sports Chat. QB Michael G says Antoine Green.
I'm excited Antoine Green.
I'm excited to see how he looks in camp for sure, to see if he can impact the game with Jameson Williams out for the first 6 weeks. Detroit Supremacy says I'm most excited for the kicker battle. All right, Maz. And then we have Shane D saying Branch for sure.
That's why
the Branch hype is out there. It's I feel like we're the ones that are he's probably not going to see the field too much other than special teams. Right? Does that not make sense? Look at the secondary. Yeah. Who is he taking minutes from in this secondary?
The coaches said point blank this is somewhat of a
luxury
red shirt year for him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be rushed into the field. It's a perfect scenario. I think he even spoke to that too. But in saying that, he said he's going to bust his ass off to get in wherever he can because he is that hybrid safety type where you can probably put him in the linebacker spot for a little bit, cornerback, a little bit of safety. But with what they added in this secondary,
there's nobody he's going to take. All due respect to Brian Branch.
Yeah.
I'm excited for what his future will be with the Detroit Lions. But this year, barring an injury, there is nobody he is going to take minutes from. What I want him to do this year is to be in the hip pocket of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at all times.
Yeah.
Figuring out how he plays, how he studies, what he does, how he prepares, the routes he takes, everything. Because that's the role I can see him filling once he is an active member and legitimately a piece of this defense.
The other thing, too, and I don't want to be that guy, because I get what he put on film looks nice, and it looks the part. And I'm coming fresh off a Derrick Henry podcast where he tells you, the NFL to college is a whole different game.
For sure.
All right? Brian Branch's measurements, the combine numbers, are why he fell in this draft. Look across the board at the elite safeties of this game and find anything comparable, you're not. It's the tape is there. Tim Tebow had tape. Johnny Manziel had some tape.
One of the best college football players of all time.
These are running backs.
Johnny Manziel's tape.
I get it. And there's been flops at the safety position and DB positions too. But these are the reasons he fell. So I think there are unfair expectations put on Brian Branch because of what he did in a decorated SEC. And let's be real about it too. Alabama has ushered in some elite defensive players into the NFL. His last defensive team, Nick Saban's worse.
Yeah.
By far. Multiple L's this year, if I'm not mistaken. The back and forth with Tennessee. Tennessee wasn't a bad team at all whatsoever. But when have we ever seen that go down against a Nick Saban defense in Alabama? Branch is cold, and he has some highlights out there. But I think we got to pump the brakes a little bit. Be realistic with that one.
I do too. And Elway in the Woodward Sports Chat says he can play nickel. He's not playing over Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
That's the other part. Yeah.
So he's not going to play over Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He's not going to play over Tracy Walker. He's not going to play over Kirby Joseph. He's not going to play over Cam Sutton. He's not going to play over Emmanuel Mosley or Jerry Jacobs. So I'm excited to see what he can be. I have a lot of hype for his career as a whole. But I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit if we're expecting a big year one out of Brian Branch, because I just don't think he's going to see the field as much as he I don't say should, because the secondary is pretty loaded, but as much as people are expecting.
And I'm not telling you Brian Branch isn't going to be good. I'm not telling you that he's poop dog water, in the words of some people. I'm just letting you know, just pump the brakes. Just give it some time, because
give it a year, a single year. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's on a 1-year contract.
He's got a great football mind, but it needs to develop at the NFL level with that skill gap, the physical skill set, tool set isn't there.
Yeah, Shane D. He will take someone's spot. No, he won't.
Yeah,
he will not. I promise you, barring injury. These guys are we got dudes out there. It's not Jeff Okudah and Deshaun Elliott and guys like that running around. Now you have Pro Bowl level talents out there, in a Cam Sutton, in a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, like guys that are known around the league. It's not just the Lions secondary of the past fucking 15 years where anybody can come off the couch and get a spot. That's not what it is anymore. Now you have established NFL veterans back there. They're not going to lose their spot to a rookie, unfortunately for Brian Branch.
It's kind of like Joe Carbone in the Woodward Sports Chat. Branch can sit back like Hooker, learn the NFL, and he and Kirby are the future. I can totally see that.
That's what I like I said, I have a lot of hype going forward for him, what he can be when he gets his snaps. I just don't see it happening this year because of how much they've revamped the secondary.
Lucas Klotz in Woodward Sports Chat says, Branch, a lot like Tyrann Mathieu, both can play CB and safety and ran a 4.5. You know what the 4.5 is, or the 40? The drill was made for punt returners.
Yeah.
For punt team. That's what the drill was for.
Straight line speed.
Whenever. I guess in safety position, if you're blitzing, there's a little bit of straight line speed. But in that being said, is a 4.5 impressive? It's not one of the impressive ones. It's not an overall makeup. You want to talk cone drills, you want to talk stuff like that, maybe, yeah. I just think it's going to take him some time to develop. And again, it's not bashing on him. It's just saying the skill gap is big. He's going to have to learn what works for him. The Lions have to learn what works for him. He almost maybe ended me like a JOK. Yeah. Probably a lot smaller than JOK, but I don't know.
And Shane D says he is an elite talent from an elite program. Just saying, everybody in the NFL is an elite talent.
Yes.
You need to do more than that. Everybody on the Lions secondary right now is an elite talent. Like, these guys are, it's like I said, it's not the Lions secondary of your horny grandpa's teams. Like, this is the best secondary that Detroit has seen since the Darius Slay, Glover Quinn, that secondary. So it's going to be hard for him to crack a starting role. Detroit supremacy makes a perfect point. I echoed the sentiments exactly. He says, CJ is more than likely a 1-year rental. Branch is his replacement. He needs to learn from him so he can take over next year. That's what I said. I want him in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's pocket. How do you prepare? How do you study film? What routes do you take? What's your first step like? How do you know what receivers are doing? How do you read the defenses? You learn that from a guy like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson that's been very good in the NFL for multiple years now, and it bodes well for when you finally get your number called.
And that's the second part of it too, is like, and you already mentioned this earlier too, but like this is where people have to be real with themselves. The Lucas Klotz and whoever else. Be hyped for him. I just don't know what we can expect out of him. He's not taking minutes away from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, not a chance.
It's not happening. He was brought here to be him. He has consistently been him within the defenses he's played, especially one where he already played not alongside, but under Aaron Glenn specifically. Like, this, the spots where I see him taking minutes are maybe injury, knock on wood. Don't want to see that happen, or maybe again. I think when they go those, you bump out of the nickel stuff and run a little bit more 3-man linebacker. It's special situations. Aaron Glenn gets freaky out there. The same way you saw Aiden Hutchinson drop into coverage last year multiple times.
I'm not going to doubt we see packages with Brian Branch.
Hell yeah.
Or, see a Brian Branch package out there. Like, I would not doubt that, where he's out there on the field playing some snap, but in a base set defense or in the majority of the defensive snaps, he's probably not going to be on the field. That's nothing to do with his talent or his ability. It's just sediment towards the Lions' defense, towards the Lions' secondary now. It's a lot better than it has been the past couple of years.
Absolutely.
If this was the Lions last year, Brian Branch would be starting. This is the Lions 3 years ago. Brian Branch would be starting after he got drafted. But it's not. It's not your little brother's Lions. Like, this is a new secondary.
It's not your whore grandma's Detroit Lions. And real quick before we go to the break, I would ask everyone kindly to hit the like button like an insult to their mother. Appreciate that kindly. Thanks.
Yeah, let me tell you guys about Big Boy. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try classic breakfast items like the strawberry hotcakes. Hot. Mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including their very delicious classic strawberry pie, deep-fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Play, practice, and party at 5 Iron Golf.
5.
Located inside a Cambria Hotel, downtown Detroit. It's downtown's newest sports bar that has 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and a full bar and restaurant. Mention promo code Woodward at checkout for 50% off your first visit, and visit 5irongolf.com to tee up good times. It's 5irongolf.com.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. And remember, the best 5-star review after the show, go to Spotify, go to Apple Music, leave a 5-star review, insult Chris.
Insult me.
The best insult gets a free t-shirt. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platte in the TD booth. JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I'm Spencer Axter, and we are the Woodward Heavyweights. We just got done talking about the Lions reporting for rookie camp and what's going on there. Louis Riddick, he's been talking choppy. He's been talking choppy about the Lions for a while now, and he sentiments JB and Lindsey Hunter's statements. He said today on ESPN, the Detroit Lions are a legitimate Super Bowl contender. And the public seems to agree with him because they are the most bet team to win the NFC. Chris, can you throw up that graphic for me?
Throw it up.
Watch it on follow. Per, I believe it's BetMGM.
Yeah, BetMGM.
What does I say?
35.8.
35.8% of the bets are on the Detroit Lions to win the NFC at, what is it, plus 800?
Plus 850.
Plus 850. So the most money is on the Lions. And Louis Riddick agrees with that. He says they are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Do you agree with him?
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl contenders.
Super Bowl contenders.
Yes.
Do I have to give you my honest answer?
Yes. I'd like your honest answer.
I don't know about that.
What was that?
I don't know. We've been on record saying this multiple times, and I know I'm going to catch hate for it, but I don't see Jared Goff in that light. I really don't. I think everything would have to go right for that situation to fall into place, and that's not saying Jared Goff is a bad quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Jared Goff is more than capable to leading some wins and playoff victories, but I think we've seen multiple times throughout his career when it comes down to it, he's absent more than present in the moments it takes to win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I think when you pick out your Super Bowl winning teams, you pick out the ones with like certified quarterbacks or certified coaching staffs, which I do believe we have. But that's the type of teams you mentioned, the teams with the Jalen Hurts now as in that club, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Those are the type of guys. I just don't. I think we can contend for one. I think it'd be similar to like a 49ers situation where a Jimmy G helps you fall flat in those moments. Could they make it to the Super Bowl? Yes, and I obviously hope to God they do. Could contender as winning, contender as just playing in the Super Bowl
contenders.
Fuck it. Actually, I can see them making it in there. Yeah, I just don't know.
Are they legitimate Super Bowl contenders?
If they address interior defensive linemen, yeah. I'll take the step off the deep end and I'll start talking Super Bowls.
Isaac Lee said Jared Goff. Goof. The majority of the public,
yes,
bet on the Lions to make the Super Bowl. Louis Riddick, a very smart, very well-versed ESPN analyst, had GM interviews, always has GM interviews. Calls the Lions a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Lindsey Hunter,
champion himself, lifelong San Francisco 49ers fan. Yeah.
One of the most historic franchises in the NFL that knows nothing but winning. Says Lions fans should be talking Super Bowl. JB Smooth, our very own, the Lions homer, mainlining Kool-Aid himself, put money on
Kool-Aid.
the Detroit Lions to win the not to win the Super Bowl, to make the Super Bowl.
Hey, yo, calm down.
And you're asking me, or I'm asking myself at this point, if I believe the Detroit Lions are legitimate Super Bowl contenders, I'm going to say fuck yeah. I'm going to say fuck yeah, I do. If you are, which we all believe them to be, as Lions fans, as what we saw last year, as what we saw at the end of the season, a top, at the very least, top 4 team in the NFC. That's fair? Is that fair?
Top 4, yeah.
Top 4. Very least top 4. Team in the NFC, by default, they have to be Super Bowl contenders. By default, they have to be Super Bowl
top
contenders.
4 of a conference.
There's 2 halves to the NFC, or there's 2 halves to the league. NFC and AFC. So if they have top 4 odds to win the NFC, that means they have top 4 odds to make the Super Bowl. And if you make the Super Bowl, you can win it. So that makes them a contender, in my eyes. That makes them a legitimate Super Bowl contender because they will be one of 4 teams to win a division in the NFC this year.
Yeah.
There will be one team that hosts a playoff game. They are one of the best teams in the NFC, and by default, I know it's scary. It took me a while to get here. I'm not saying they're going to go win the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even putting money on them to make it. But by default, by them being this high up in the NFC rankings, they are a Super Bowl contender.
That's your default. Well, I'm thinking top 2. In AFC, you could probably talk top 4, top 3, because they have those type of quarterbacks. But it's the same situation with the San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan's brilliant. That defense is brilliant. Year after year, time after time. But when they have a guy at the quarterback position that you don't really take seriously, you also never really took the 49ers as serious contenders for the Super Bowl. Now, will you have to surpass them and get past them to get there? Yes, and others have done it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when there's a Jimmy G behind center, taking the snaps, calling the shots in the big moments, your odds are in your favor. I think they can be, again, they address the interior defensive lineman. If there's a big chunk of meat in that middle, allowing these outside edge rushers to fucking do what they got to do, I'm here for it all day, because you're talking about a 49ers-esque defensive part of it that could carry you there, help carry you there, alongside Ben Johnson, like a brilliant offensive mind of Kyle Shanahan, alongside a great defense. Then I'm there.
Yeah.
But until I see that part of it, bro, I'm sorry.
And
I'm not scared. I'm just analytic. I'm assessing what the situation as it is.
I agree. The team has a hole. You know who else had a hole?
Your girlfriend.
Your girl. And I fucking filled it.
Your mom.
You know what other team had a hole? The Cincinnati Bengals. Terrible offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow sacked 8 times in the playoffs by the Tennessee Titans.
You just mentioned the name.
Joe Burrow.
Who
you don't like and you don't think is good.
Nope, that's not what I said at all. Joe Burrow's one of those names, one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I'm saying they had a hole. This Lions team is that you can point to one big hole. You can say you don't like Goff all you want, but right now Goff is better than at least 50% of starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that gives you an advantage over half the teams in the league. You have a top 3 offensive line in the NFL.
I'm talking about the fucking upper tier.
And I'm getting
upper
there.
echelon.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Because you have a top 3 offensive line in the NFL.
Okay.
So that gives you an advantage there over 90% of the teams in the NFL. We think we're going to have a top 10 to top 5 secondary in the NFL. That gives you an advantage over 75% of the teams in the NFL. The pressure, the sacking, the edge rushers. Our edge rusher rotation, I would say, is top 10 in the NFL.
That's fair. I don't hate that.
That gives you an
That could be a
advantage.
topic itself. I like that.
What's up?
I said that could be a topic itself.
Yeah, edge rushing rotation. Like with the
Yeah,
depth
yeah,
they
complete-
have.
yeah.
That gives you an advantage over 70% of the teams in the NFL. J-Mo comes back. Your wide receiving core, top 10.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too much of a stretch.
No.
You could even get higher if you want top 8.
Yeah.
Once J-Mo's back, that gives you an advantage over 70% of teams in the NFL.
But you're talking 70%, brother. I'm talking 10%.
Ben Johnson.
Sell me on
Ben
10%.
Johnson, number 1 offensive coordinator in the NFL.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll say.
That gives you an advantage over 99% of teams in the NFL, offensive coordinator-wise.
Okay.
We're not counting head coaches. We're not counting head coaches, all right? Kyle Shanahan, fuck off. These things add up. This team is getting this hype for a reason, and I think they finish as one of the top 4 teams in the NFC, and by default, that makes them a Super Bowl contender.
I don't think you believe that, Smitty.
I do.
I don't know if you do.
I just told you I did twice.
Yeah, but you're just lying to everybody. I think it's kind of shitty of you to do.
I think you're just scared. I think you're bogged down. I think you're crying on the inside.
I think you're
setting your ways on, man.
I think you've been watching too much TikTok influencers. And they're not sending you enough Kool-Aid emojis.
Guys, I want to buy.
Like I said, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I would not put money on them to win the Super Bowl.
Would you put money on them to go?
I would not put money on them to go to the Super
That's
Bowl.
contender.
No. Contender is one of the best teams in their division. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
Contender's made of chicken, you idiot.
I think the Eagles and the Eagles and the 49ers have higher odds as they, obviously they have better teams, more complete teams.
That's your contenders.
So you only have 2 contenders in a division or in a conference?
I'll tell you, I'll put it to you this way. 2 contenders, chicken tenders, some pretenders, and some fender
Hot dog
benders.
vendors.
Hot dog vendors. All within the center.
Yep. So
how I truly feel, though, the reason why I honestly was stalling right there, I was trying to think of like what teams I'd label as the true contenders in the NFC.
You're only counting 2 of them.
Yes. Now the AFC is different. Like I feel like there's up to 3 or 4 in the AFC.
You don't think the Lions could beat the Eagles?
I think the Lions could beat the Eagles. I think the
You don't
Eagles,
think they could beat the 49ers?
You think they could beat the 49ers?
I think anything's possible.
That's a tough ask.
They showed last year.
Yeah. Can I?
When they were at their worst.
Yeah.
Their worst. The first game of the season.
Yeah.
When the team wasn't even ready. First game of Ben Johnson's real tenure. They were missing a bunch of guys. That they could play with the Eagles. I think it's the NFC is wide open. Yeah, you have your guys that are the favorites. But I think the Lions are right. It's the top tier is the Eagles and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. Those are the contenders. Those are the guys you look at and take seriously.
I think those are the favorites.
Those are guys you be put.
I think those are the favorites
because they're the actual.
And then the contenders are the Lions, the Seahawks, and the Cowboys.
So in your eyes, and I'm not attacking you. In your eyes, contenders is making the playoffs.
Contender, if you win your division, you win a playoff game, you're a Super Bowl contender. Because you're only 2 wins away.
That's fair. For the Detroit
and that's
Lions,
that is my baseline expectation for the Lions this year is to win their division and win a Super Bowl game, or win to win their division and win a playoff game.
For the Detroit Lions to get that brand contender, they have to do exactly what you said.
And they're going to. I wholeheartedly believe it.
If they get there, sure, I'll qualify them as contenders. When I think contenders, I think of guys that you truly believe in can contend for an actual Super Bowl, play in the Super Bowl game. The Detroit Lions, again, address the interior defensive line. I'll sign on with you. The Detroit Lions defense looks like everything we hope it could be this year. I'll sign on with you. But until that point, bro, I can't jump off that point in the deep end. You asked me Jared Goff against the 49ers, Jared Goff against the Patriots, Jared Goff against winning teams. As we saw last year, weren't his prettiest performances.
Yeah,
all time.
But it's not just Jared Goff anymore.
Yeah.
Now you have the weapons. Now you have the defense. Now you have the secondary.
The defense, I believe in, as an upgrade.
So if you got the top 5 offense in the league last year, or a top 5 offense in the league last year, you add more weapons, and you vastly improve the defense. This is a team we expect to have a top 15 defense and a top 7 offense. I'd say top 5 offense, but I know you're not that high up there, so I'll say top 7.
Yeah.
So top 7 offense, a top 15, higher top 13 defense. That's a Super Bowl contender.
We shall see. If they don't, we will need some SMA in our lives.
That's for sure. SMA, the sports marketing agency,
sad.
helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on our audio platform, leave a 5-star review. We just got done talking about some comments from Louis Riddick about the Lions being legitimate Super Bowl contenders. I want to keep this going because I saw it in the Woodward Sports chat. Super Saiyan Lions says Goff beat 3 playoff teams last season. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that, although I have to agree with that because it's true.
Giants.
2 and Jaguars. 2 of them were the most fraudulent teams in the playoffs, that being the Vikings and the Giants.
Yeah.
And that speaks to my first point. Like, you talk about the difference between pretenders and contenders. No one thought the Vikings or the Giants were contenders last year. Mm-hmm. Even though they made the playoffs, even though the Vikings or the Giants won a playoff game, nobody considered them true contenders.
Yeah.
The Lions beat both of them.
Yeah.
And they beat both of them pretty handily.
Yeah.
So that proves that they're on a higher level than those 2 teams.
Now you're talking.
And they got better.
Yeah.
And they got better. And if the Jaguars were in the NFC, they would be a Super Bowl contender. You might not say it in the AFC because it's loaded with the Bills and the Chiefs and the Bengals.
Brother, this is a sophomore jump for Trevor Lawrence in my eyes.
Yeah.
Last year was like his rookie year.
Do you consider the Bengals a Super Bowl contender?
Yeah, I think the Bengals will be a Super Bowl contender.
The Lions beat the Bengals last year.
I think the Bengals got a secret weapon. If you guys in fantasy land out there listening, late round tight end pick, Irv Smith.
Yeah.
Actual weapon to what he's got going on.
He's going to make some noise.
Bengals contenders. I go as far as the Jags are contenders.
So, that's what I meant, the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
If the Jags were in the NFC.
Yeah.
That's what I said, right? Or did I say Bengals?
No, you said, yeah. Then you went on something about the Bengals.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. But if the Jags were in the NFC, they would be more of a contender than if they were in the AFC. Because in the AFC, you got to get through Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
The Lions beat that team last year. And they beat the 2 teams that were obviously not contenders in the playoffs in the NFC. In the Vikings and in the Giants.
Yeah.
So I think that puts them a step above them. So if that doesn't make them a contender.
The Lions above the Jags this year? getting Calvin Ridley back. This is Trevor Lawrence.
I think the Lions would beat the Jags again this year if they played them. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't not see that happening. When it comes down to it, the nitty gritty, the cream of the crop, rise to the top, time after time, and then there are names in there.
Yes.
You could point to a Trent Dilfer. You could point to Joe Flacco. Which could we?
Joe Flacco went
put
nuts.
Some respect on that playoff.
One of the best
playoffs.
One of the best playoff runs of all time.
Dude went dumb.
It's like 16 touchdowns and no interceptions or something like that.
But aside from, and by the way, too, I saw someone put Eli Manning in there too. I'm gonna actually put passing all-time stats. I'm pretty sure Eli's top 10 everything.
Mm-hmm.
Interceptions included, probably.
Yeah.
But Eli's
good.
Yeah, like you got to put some respect on Eli's name. I get he didn't do it the prettiest, but when he was on, and he could make the big time throws in the big time moments. David Tyree, the one to Mario Manningham.
That was a great throw.
Eli had that gene in him, that clutch gene. You got to be real about that. And the skill set at times just wasn't consistent. But that's what it's been. You can point to those names, but you look at the history of the Super Bowls and guys winning them. The scrubs are few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
You can find them. You're going 5 years until you go to another one, maybe even 10 years to another one. I think the most recent one in our lifetime, maybe you could say Eli, but again, look at the numbers at the end of the day, all time. I mean, I gotta pull it up actually.
Yeah, the AFC keys to wisdom. AFC is definitely way tougher than the NFC for sure.
Way tougher.
And Shane D says Jags are in the AFC. Yeah, I know. I was saying if they were in the NFC, they would be a Super Bowl contender. But because they're in the AFC and they have to go through Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, it's tough to call them a legitimate contender.
Eli Manning top 10 passing. Eli Manning top 10 passing touchdowns. I'm gonna actually look up passes intercepted.
And you could say the same thing about the 49ers that you're saying about the Lions. Who is their quarterback? Is it Sam Darnold? Is it Brock Purdy?
Trey Lance.
It's not Trey Lance. That's the one. That's the one it's not going to be. But they're not a stud. Jalen Hurts had a great year for sure. I think Jalen Hurts is legit. But I also think that
had a lot of help.
He just had a fucking all-star team around him.
Yes.
So there's no quarterback that I'm really, really scared of in the NFC.
Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is the one that scares me the most, but I'm not like, oh, fuck. Like, it's not like, oh, they got Patrick Mahomes. They're going to fucking win.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they got Joe Burrow. He's going to make throws. They're going to make
I mean, there's a perfect example, right? Like, this team should be talked about as a contender. I don't know why it's not. This is a team, we talk about the Detroit Lions being slept on. I think that the Seattle Seahawks are right there alongside with them. They're a team.
Seahawks are, yeah.
Arguably better than the Detroit Lions.
That's why I said top 4 and not top 3.
If I'm not mistaken, the second youngest or third youngest behind the Detroit Lions. Also having guys take us a year or two step up.
Mm-hmm.
Also adding more guys. 2 first-round picks. And JSN and...
Devon Witherspoon.
Thank you. I was going to say D.D. Westbrook for the fuck of it. For no reason. Like, you look at them as contenders.
The Seahawks? Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
See, I don't. Although they should. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't.
They're just not in the echelon of, like, where you truly think they're going to the Super Bowl.
I could see the Seahawks making the Super Bowl. You think the Rams are going to be third in their division? No, you're second in their division.
I thought so until I saw the 36 rookies on that team.
Yeah, it's
changed my opinion on that one.
I think the Lions should be thought of as a contender. I think the Seahawks should too, because again, there's nobody in the NFC that has that stud guy that you're like, oh shit, he's good. Like, Aaron Rodgers was that guy for the longest time. And although he choked in the playoffs every year, it was still like, fuck, we left too much time for Aaron Rodgers. How many times did it happen to the Lions? How many times did we see him do it in the playoffs? Like, Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFC. But if you go down and you score a touchdown to go up by 6 and there's a minute and a half left in the game, you're not like, fuck, it's over. They got Jalen Hurts.
Oh, my God.
You're like, fuck, it's over. They got Patrick Mahomes. Fuck, it's over. They got Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And that, by my parameters, actually would kind of qualify them, as the contenders to make or break. I have some other news real quick. The sportingnews.com, been around since 1886. Just while we're talking, I'm trying to look up the NFC quarterbacks, see if I can throw something else at you. It's just Jalen Hurts, if we're being real. Unless Justin Fields takes a fucking ungodly step forward, which I do think could be better this year, but not to the MVP caliber. This list. Wait, well, how we got 4 minutes to break?
Yep.
Do I say you want me to save this?
What? Yeah. What is it?
This is top 10. This is just ranking all the quarterbacks in the NFC. Where do you think Goff ranked?
Goff?
Yeah.
14 in the NFC.
NFC.
2.
No.
3.
No.
4.
You think, right? At least, come on now.
Yeah.
You gotta go 4 here, right? Nah. Number 9. Number 9 overall. This is what they have for him too. Goff revved up in year 2 in Detroit, showing the arm, decision making, and efficiency that defined his early breakout years with the Rams. He has thrived in Ben Johnson's offense, supported by a terrific line and diverse weaponry. Goff remains one of the league's most dependent passers, but the Lions have been smart to play the strengths in providing him with a high floor rushing attack. He just needs to get more consistent to play as well outside of Ford Field. That's a part of it too. That's actually, I've kind of like brushed off winning the division, the importance that people put on winning the division.
He's 9?
9.
Who's ahead of him? Dak? Kirk Cousins?
Keep going.
Geno? There's no way they put Geno over him.
Yes.
They put Geno over him?
Geno's 5 spots above him.
5? Geno's 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me guess the order. Jalen Hurts. Kirk Cousins.
Save it.
All right.
Because we'll say this when we come back. But I was going to say, though, about Jared Goff and the importance of winning the division with this guy. And not a knock on him. Again, good quarterback. You obviously saw what he did last year. And he's been capable of doing so before in 2018. The road numbers, atrocious. Outside the cold numbers, atrocious. I finally switching sides. I think if they're going to be labeled as contenders, for me to buy them as contenders, they're going to also have to win the division. And those are the 2 stamps you put on anyway to qualify them as contenders. Win the division, win a playoff game. But with this team specifically, the numbers show you that if we're on the road, situation's not in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
They have to win the division if you want me to tell them as contenders. I'll jump on that side as soon as they do that.
They're going to win the division this year.
I think they're going to win the division too.
I know they are.
You put money on it?
Yes.
Yeah, you should. Honestly,
I would 1,000%
fucking Kings of the North.
yeah.
Ain't no thing about that.
I would put serious money on it.
Let's early break. I'll tell you guys about Randy Wise when you come back. You want me to give you the names of this list?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking crazy. But right now, you sitting in your car, couch, chair, at work, whatever you're doing, have an opportunity to join celebrities like Tim from Woodward Sports and Jim Harbaugh and the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. All you have to do is stop by any Randy Wise Automotive Team location, let them know that Woodward Sports sent you, and you can golf with the likes of Tim and Jim Harbaugh. It's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave a 5-star review.
5-star.
Easy.
Easy, baby. Mm-hmm.
Tell me about this shit.
All right. Let me find my tab here. So this is from sportingnews.com. Established 1886. Gotta be legit. They last around that long, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of them before, too. But this is an article comprised by Vinny Liar.
All right, let me guess.
You want to guess?
Yeah.
Number 1 is Jalen Hurts.
Number 1's Jalen Hurts. Number 2, Kirk Cousins.
JB, who do you guess number 2?
Actually, Dak Prescott.
Go ahead, JB.
It's probably Kirk Cousins. It's got to be Cousins.
Chris?
Purely reading off your reaction, it's Dak.
Yeah.
It is Dak?
Dak Prescott. Although Prescott spiked as a prolific passer under Kellen Moore, the combination of Moore and offensive-minded coach Mike McCarthy didn't mesh for the best QB results. Now the Cowboys are throwing it back to more of a classic run-oriented West Coast attack with Brian Schottenheimer. That's a fucking name to fucking read in the role. With some parallels to Jason Garrett era. That's not the greatest. Prescott hit an efficiency and downfield passing low last season, but should rebound nicely back at a less confusing and more inspiring comfort zone. Number 2 is Dak Prescott.
Number 3 is Kirk Cousins.
Number 3, JB.
Kirk Cousins.
Chris.
It should be Kirk Cousins, but I feel like it's not.
Who?
If I had to guess, I feel like he's got. Damn, why'd I just have it? I had it on tip of my tongue. Who's our quarterback?
It is Justin.
No fucking way,
Fields,
dude.
get out of here.
Oh, man.
SportingNews.com. Justin Fields, the third best quarterback in the NFC.
No
Fields was
fucking
unleashed as a
way.
dynamic runner and became a dominant force in the capacity out of what's necessary. As Chicago was limited on passing pop and protection, that's changed for year 3. With a clear number 1 wide receiver in DJ Moore and a new top rookie offensive tackle, Darnell Wright, the power running game and tight end positions and situations are deeper to help Fields. The Bears' offense should hit another gear, and with a little complimentary help from the rebuilding defense, Fields has a shot to lead them to the playoffs, a la Hurts in 2021.
No fucking way, dude.
No. You could have Hurts. I'm sorry, Fields
Up there.
and in the conversation.
Not in third.
You kind of like shit on yourself within your first sentence of this article of this paragraph. Fields was unleashed as a dynamic runner and became a dominant force in that capacity. Okay, where's the passing part of that? Where's the Yeah, you got DJ Moore. Is DJ Moore on the level of an AJ Brown?
No.
Okay.
You still got throw the
Darnell
ball
Mooney.
too.
The projection of a Devontae Smith is Mooney that?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
No. Not in my eyes. Can you pull up his numbers actually real quick? Has he hit 1,000 yards? I'm not bashing him if he hasn't. That offense has been atrocious, but beforehand,
if it hasn't, it's because
for some reason,
in 2021 he had 81 catches for 1,055 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Devontae Smith and just last year, although AJ Brown on the same field with him, 1,100. 1,100.
Mm-hmm.
And like 7 touchdowns. Listen, also, the best offensive line in the NFL, I'd say right now, the Eagles.
Yes.
Lions 2 or 3.
Yes.
It's not the same. There's no a la Hurts in 2021. Also, you kind of just brush off the defense like they made fucking.
Yeah, and their offensive line got some. He said it improved. They drafted a rookie.
Drafted one guy.
Yeah.
One fucking guy.
All right.
Number 4.
Number 4, Geno.
You already know. Yeah, Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Do you want to read that one or no?
No, it's fine.
All right. Just basically saying he wasn't a fluke. And they also had JSN.
Number 5 is Kirk. It has to be Kirk.
Number 5 is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cousins still throws pretty. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been watching the quarterback show. Better than what I give him credit for. I'll just lean on inconsistency with him. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that fair?
For sure.
Flick a couple of them with the wrist. The shit look nice. Number 6, who do you think it is?
No. Yeah, Kyler Murray.
Chris?
Ooh.
It's either him or Derek Carr.
I'm gonna go with the surprise here. I think they're gonna go with Derek Carr. Yeah.
Jay Bussy.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. The
Yeah,
Giants had,
yeah. Wow.
The Giants had to be pleased with how Jones finally responded as a dynamic all-around starter under the strong offensive influence of Brian Daboll and
That's fucking wild,
coordinator
bro.
Mike Kafka, giving him some of the young guiding principles that help Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Jones still can grow as a downfield passer, given he has the arm for it, but he's got to be much better with his accuracy and efficiency while unleashing his athleticism, playing off a reliable run game. An upgraded wide receiver corps will help after he got paid. Can I be honest with you guys? I think Jared Goff definitely belongs in the top 5.
Yes.
By the way, for the NFC.
You don't hate the Daniel Jones hired?
I don't hate. Yeah.
I don't hate it either.
He never had a fair shot. The pieces like Joe
And
Judge
he's a dynamic runner.
looks like a piece of shit, dumbass more than ever.
Yes.
After Brian Daboll got a hold of that team for just 1 year. Like
I would put Goff over him, but I don't hate it.
And I'm like I guess I'll be a Daniel Jones apologizer. I've always been a Daniel Jones apologizer. When I saw Evan Ingram sign his deal with the Jaguars, and then obviously Daniel Jones his deal with the Giants, it's like that could have been something that worked had there been a fucking competent offensive mind within the building. It wasn't me. I'd be getting paid millions if I could, but look what Daniel Jones is doing now with some competency around him. Derek Carr, was number 7. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford, number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why are we just? Is this just the injury thing that Stafford's getting disrespected?
Yeah, for sure.
You quarterback fucking Netflix.
Yeah, I mean
Patrick
he would
Mahomes
be
giving him credit for his sidearm.
He would be 2 if he
was healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Number 9, Jared Goff.
Kyler's 10.
I don't know if Kyler's because of the injury. Wow. 10's Jordan Love.
I was gonna guess that.
Jordan Love.
Bro,
I was gonna fucking guess that.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Love takes over from Aaron Rodgers and inherits a good system under Matt LaFleur, with the running game and depth of young weapons being his biggest assets towards success. Love has had ample time to absorb what he needs to succeed, and his arm and athletic traits will help him overcome some lumps tied in his general starting experience. Can I be honest? I don't hate that either.
Fuck, dude.
Why are our heads down?
Fuck
But
Jordan
that's
Love,
the problem
bro.
with this list is it is a lot of projecting.
Speculation.
It is a lot of
Yeah.
speculation
Yes.
and projection rather than looking at things how they are. And
Yes.
and that's a fair way to look at those things because some of those things could be true. But how can you look at Goff and what he did last year and look at this offense and the weapons that it had added
Yeah.
and say that he's going to regress? Because he would have to regress to be the 9th quarterback in the NFC. There would have to be regression.
Wow.
Which he
How
had
would-
so much of a year last year that I think regression, you're allowed to expect a little bit of it.
Right, but you're talking
But not
major
enough to drop him a
regression.
number.
Yeah.
Nah.
Detroit
Yeah.
Supremacy says Stafford is not a better quarterback than Jared Goff.
Matthew Stafford's a better quarterback than Jared Goff.
Yeah,
There's
he
a
is.
reason why the Rams traded for him, and then Cooper Kupp went fucking crazy, and they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's-
Come on.
Jared Goff's all-time record against the San Francisco 49ers, like 3-6. That was like Sean McVay's big hump he couldn't get over there in the NFC West. Grabbed Matthew Stafford, and they beat him in the NFC Championship to go on and win that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's a troll.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Detroit's, yeah, he always gets us.
Yeah.
Detroit, you're good.
Good troll.
You're good.
He's probably not trolling, though.
No, he's trolling. He's got to be trolling. Number 11, Bryce Young. 12, Kyler Murray. 13, Lance. 14, Mayfield. 15, Ritter. 16, Howell. That is the entire NFC, top to bottom. Don't hate the Daniel Jones stuff. Jordan Love.
Who was 3 again? Justin Fields?
Justin Fields is number 3.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's a crazy projection.
There's, well, to Chris's point, like a lot of this is based off projections.
Are you sure it's not a fantasy article?
No. This is, let's see. NFL quarterback power rankings, the NFC's 16 best and worst quarterbacks remaining after Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers' departure.
If it was fantasy, Justin Fields would be number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, from all 4 divisions. Here's how 16 projected 2023 starting quarterbacks stack up against each other. I got to be real with you, though. I don't understand. I'm not telling you I'm scared of Jordan Love. I'm not scared of Jordan Love. But I think there's got to be some respect there. Like, this is a guy that's...
Fuck that. I don't
Wow.
respect him.
Wow.
Because I haven't seen him do shit yet.
I mean, he did a little something.
He ain't do nothing.
But, okay, how come we could say...
Lucas Klotz said Sam Howell has shown more than Jordan fucking Love.
You know, Sam Howell's got more opportunity than Jordan Love.
Yeah.
But Jordan Love's been sitting, baking, festering in a fucking offensive system that some will give a lot of credit to. LaFleur coming from the McVay tree, if I'm not mistaken. Or Shanahan tree.
Shanahan.
Well,
No.
McVay's from Shanahan,
Yeah, they're
so
all from
probably
the
all
same
one of the
tree.
same. How is there lack of faith there? He's also a former first-round pick. Like, the Packers, if he was an issue, one, they wouldn't have given that extension.
Yeah, they would have. They didn't have anything else to do.
What do you mean? You could have just read that out, and then you address the quarterback position the following year. They think he could be something. That's why they gave him the extension. If there's a franchise that knows something about quarterbacks, if we're being real about it, maybe because of dumb luck or whatnot, but it's the Green Bay Packers, consistently with turnover.
They've had 2 quarterbacks for the past, 30 years.
And guess what? Similar situations, too. I think I could be wrong. Brett Starr was the guy before Favre? It's going
know.
way back.
Yeah,
I could be way wrong on that.
No
one.
idea.
I think Starr was back in the 50s. I probably am wrong. But they addressed the quarterback position early on. They did so. I think they tried it again with Huntley, but they gave up on Huntley. Although
They
Aaron
did
Rodgers was
give
still
up
there
on
too.
Huntley.
But they just wiped their hands with him. They extended this guy.
Let's see.
He's been in the system multiple, and the weapons too.
Don Majowski. was the quarterback before Brett Favre.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to try to pronounce that.
Yeah, Bart Starr was a quarterback in the 70s.
They didn't draft Favre, by the way. I know they traded for him from the Falcons. But I just, like, how can you sleep on a team that's consistently provided you something? I think LaFleur is a bit of a fraud in terms of, like...
Broder says Packers are tanking for Caleb Williams.
The moves
they're not going to lose.
They're not tanking. First of all, you don't tank in the NFL.
Yeah, you do.
When it gets to, like, that time of the year,
for Caleb Williams, you do.
This is, like, we talked about it yesterday when we talked about the running back conversation. Like, these contracts should be guaranteed, but, like, you're not tanking for your replacement, if that makes sense. Like, the NBA, you tank because you want the team to get better. You get paid regardless, no matter what.
You don't tank, but, like, putting bad players out there is tanking.
The
Dolphins tank. That's why. What's his name got fired? It's because
he wouldn't tank.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Clearly tanked, or we want to just give up the division and be an asshole. Doug Peterson. Remember the Eagles?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put in fucking... Actually, I think it was Jalen Hurts. No, it was our guy.
Studfeld.
Yeah. Fucking A. But back to the Jordan Love stuff. This is Matt LaFleur's an offensive mind. He's been sitting back there for, 3 years now? Christian Watson, do yourselves a favor right now. Actually, JB, can you do me this? If you could look up the opposite. You pull up Calvin's combine numbers, and can you pull up Christian Watson's? He's not Calvin Johnson by any means, but the numbers on top of what you saw out of him for a little tiny bit of it last year. If you're listening too, Chris, if you want to pull up his numbers from the last year, you don't have to, but like 7 touchdowns through the air, 2 of them rushing. This kid ran a 4.3 in the 40, if I'm not mistaken.
4.36.
Do you have a vertical on there?
38.5.
No way. Calvin's like what? What's Calvin's?
Calvin's like 40 something.
You got Calvin's, JB?
I do, but there's a lot of NA on this list. It's kind of weird.
That's kind of racist.
I know.
You wanted Christian Watson's stats last year?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know that. I think he had 7 through the air, 2 on the ground.
Like Christian Watson's good.
Yep. Yeah. How many yards did he have, Chris?
He had 611.
Did it tell you how many games he played?
He played. Let me see. Give me a second.
I think he played a lot because I remember him dropping a open touchdown pass.
I know he missed half. Okay, 14.
Yeah.
14 games.
Yep, 14.
From NFL.com, like, there is no vertical, broad jump, 3-cone drill.
I think Calvin... Oh, I know exactly what happened. This is like a...
He did do a 40, though.
This is part of the legend of Calvin Johnson. He borrowed somebody else's cleats to run. He showed up to the combine for interviews and medicals and stuff like that, but wasn't going to participate in the drills. And he said, fuck it. I'll do the 40. And borrowed somebody else's cleats and ran a fucking 4.3. Calvin Johnson's a freak.
Yeah.
But Christian Watson is something to be accounted for.
Calvin's vertical at his pro day was 42.5.
Jeez, Pete's. Christian Watson runs a 4.3, 6'4", 6'5". Last year in limited fashion, in his rookie year, 611 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 on the ground. I mean, that's something to be accounted for. Romeo Dobbs, no, I can't say the same. Matter
Lucas Klotz said Christian Watson is a lot like Deshaun Jackson.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
how is that even? That's an awful comp. Deshaun Jackson's like 5'10", 180 pounds.
Yeah, you're with Believe You Later.
Yeah, believe me later. I love you, Lucas. Romeo Dobbs, 6'2", 200 pounds, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, that's at least a red zone threat.
That's with Aaron Rodgers, though.
Listen.
Is Jordan Love going to be able to make all the same throws as Aaron Rodgers? No. I don't care how good you think he's going to be or how hopeful you are for him. He is not going to be Aaron Rodgers. I can say that with confidence.
Last year was Christian Watson's first year, right?
Yeah.
The worst year of Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
And he put up those numbers.
It's still Aaron Rodgers. I'll take the worst year of Aaron Rodgers over Jordan Love.
And that's fair. That's Aaron Rodgers. But like, he put up those numbers with the worst version of Aaron Rodgers. He's putting up numbers with Jordan Love, too. This kid's something to be accounted for on top of the run game, too. Aaron Jones.
Todd Sain says Love signed a 1-year extension for less than a 5th-year option because they knew, even he knows he's going to suck.
Yeah. I mean, they're hedging their bets. Like, if this kid's good, we got him here on a discount. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just smart.
Lucas Klotz said Christian Watson is a lot like Jordy Nelson.
Where the
He's trolling.
He's trolling. All right.
Tell us about Dispo.
I got to tell you guys about Dispo, man. It's the #1 spot to go to for your cannabis needs. Experience the true meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary. Indulge in the finest selection of cannabis curated with care. With over 10 locations, Dispo is never far away. Visit DispoShops.com today and unlock a world of endless possibilities in the realm of cannabis. That's DISPO Shops.com, your local cannabis plug.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. So, you're really scared of Jordan Love, huh?
No, I'm not scared of Jordan Love. I just
You're
think
fucking terrified of him, bro.
No, I'm not.
It's not what you just said during break. You were literally over there shaking.
I told you not to tell you when I pissed myself.
Jordan Love scares me.
No, I just think there's something there.
I think Jordan Love's the worst quarterback in the division by far.
I mean, that's easy to say. He's the only one we haven't seen
I
yet.
think he will be even at the end of the year next year. I think if you take all of the quarterbacks right now and they're done with their careers and you put all of their careers up against each other, Jordan Love will be the worst.
I think that's a safe bet. But I'm just not dismissing him as like just this automatic scrub.
He's a bum. Fuck the Packers. No, I don't think he's going to be terrible, but
this man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play.
LaFleur's time to shine and prove that he's the offensive mind that he's been sold to us as.
Yeah, you don't believe in LaFleur either.
I don't. I really don't.
Why are you trying to talk yourself into the Packers so much?
I'm not talking myself into the Packers. I'm just not dismissing. I'm just not poo-hooing them. Because there's another thing, a part of that too. I mean, I'm talking about the team success as a whole. That defense is stacked with first-round talent.
Yeah, the defense is really good.
Yeah, Yair Alexander, Rashawn Gary, the Devontae Wyatt they drafted 2 years ago looked good in limited action too. Nick Perry, I think his name is. ATL Jacob. What the fuck they say?
ATL Louisville.
They got names in the oh. I don't know if he's gonna be anything either. But who's the edge rusher that people had the Detroit Lions draft in the first round? The white dude out of Iowa.
Oh,
anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Luke something.
Luke Van Ness.
Yeah,
and they also got Preston Smith, great player. Quay Walker looked pretty good when he's not punching.
Kenny Clark.
I like Rasul Douglas a lot. Darnell Savage is a good player.
I forgot about Quay Walker.
Their defense is good.
The defense is stacked, low key. I mean, they haven't performed. If I could be mistaken, this one I don't think they performed to a top 10 caliber, but I think they have the pieces there.
No, they underperformed big time last year.
But I think they have the pieces to do it. I'm just not disrespecting them. Like a lot of people are on the Bears' dick.
I was gonna say, who would you be more surprised to finish second in the division? The Bears or the Packers?
I would be more surprised if the Chicago Bears finished second in the NFC North last year.
Who do you think will it be? You think it's
Green
still
Bay
going to
Packers.
be? You don't think it's going to be the Vikings?
No, I think they are grossly overrated.
But their offense, they're like if you put the Packers defense with the Vikings offense, they'd be a Super Bowl contender. No?
Quarterback. I'm consistent on that.
So you're scared of Jordan Love, but not Kirk Cousins?
Never said I was scared of Jordan Love, brother. But I'm just not putting them as Super Bowl contenders.
That's fair.
Primetime fucking Cousins is who's showing up to play those playoff games for
that's
him.
A good point. That's a good point.
Man's not hot, some may say.
You'd rather have Jared Goff than Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, I'd rather have Jared Goff than Kirk Cousins.
Would you rather have Jared Goff than Jordan Love?
Kirk Cousins quietly's put back to back 4K yards is just a fucking interception.
Chokes. It's always inconsistent.
He's choking. Yeah, it's another thing. They just come up short. Those type of guys, man.
Would you rather have Jared Goff or Jordan Love?
Contract wise?
No, just straight up. Don't even say it.
No, hard pass.
Yep. Jared Goff.
Would you rather have Jared Goff or Justin Fields?
Skill set or deals included?
No, just
give me an excuse to say Jordan Love. Just come on, give it to me.
All right. including their contract.
I'm not gonna do it. Jared Goff's a better quarterback than Jordan Love. Jordan Love, you got to prove.
Jared Goff or Justin Fields?
I think you can put Jordan Love in this offense with Ben Johnson and get the production of a Jared Goff, though.
Jared Goff or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields.
What was that?
Justin Fields.
Paper.
paper.
So you're taking Justin Fields. I don't hate that. Jared Goff or Daniel Jones? Huh?
What?
No, I honestly didn't hear you.
Yeah, that time I didn't hear.
Daniel Jones. Okay.
I would.
Jared Goff or Derek Carr?
Stop doing this to me, bro.
I'm going by that list.
Why are you answering these? Why do I gotta answer them?
I would take Justin Fields. I'd probably take Jared Goff over Daniel Jones. I would probably him and Derek Carr is a toss up.
I'd probably take Goff over Jones.
It really doesn't matter to me. I think they're like the same guy.
Goff Jones, I could go back and forth in my head all day about that one.
I'd take Goff over Jones. Him and Derek Carr literally doesn't matter to me either.
Derek Carr with Ben Johnson, bro, is doing damage. I don't care what anybody gotta say.
All right, so you're taking Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, yeah.
Jared Goff or Dak Prescott.
That's what I want to go back and forth all day about.
Yeah. Because all these guys are like the same tier.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah. Dak, bro.
Doughboy Steve said Eazy is a traitor.
It's been this way. I love you, brother, but it's been this way for me. When Jared Goff was in L.A. and they extended him, I was like, that's the dumbest shit they ever did. By the way, at some point, L.A. said, that's the dumbest shit we ever did.
Yeah,
they made a trade for Matthew Stafford.
That's true.
Listen, Jared Goff is good, man.
Dog Pound says Dak Prescott easily.
Thank you, somebody.
Would you take Dak over him?
Or Jared Goff?
Yeah.
Not easily, but yeah. There's just more to work with there. I had a conversation with
I don't like Dak. I don't know. There's something about him.
Listen, he's black. I get it.
No. I just said I'd take Justin Fields. I'd take JB over Jared Goff.
With Dak, there's an added element there, and I think
I just think Dak's a loser, man.
I do too.
I just never think he's going to be a winner. Anywhere.
I saw some heart in that 49ers game. I know they went down, but he went down swinging. Like, he was the only one. The 49ers defense is fucking elite, by the way. I don't know why we're like shitting on Dak Prescott for not having a good game against the second best, arguably the best defense in the entire NFL last year. That's from every fucking unit. They're fucking elite. But Dak is a dog in those moments sometimes.
All right. What about Tua?
Jared Goff. Oh, fuck me.
I'm taking Jared Goff over
to me, Tua is a mobile Jared Goff. With more mobileness. I'd take Jared
half
Goff.
A brain.
I'm taking Jared Goff.
I'm taking Jared Goff.
He's never healthy. You can never count on that kid. Give me Jared Goff over Tua.
All right, Jared Goff or... I think that's like all of them. Is there anybody else I missed?
Because I'm looking at these... Because here's the thing, too. Like, Lucas always likes to bring up we're at home having this conversation.
Sam Howell.
No.
Mac Jones.
No.
Bailey Zapp.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, there's nobody... I think I got
Wait, who was the first one before Mac Jones?
Sam Howell.
Jared Goff.
We didn't ask
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Jared Goff. I mean, it's probably one I go back and forth with, but we've seen 1 year of Geno doing something. Out of respect. The JG, I gotta go JG. What? It's my ball. Well, they didn't see me. It's my ball.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't say it, but it was funny.
Because here's the deal too. Is like, if we're looking at them as like draft prospects, like when you're looking at draft, you're looking at their skill set, what they could do, what you can mold them into. What?
John Carbone. Carbone.
Tua is a mobile ambulance.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Bars. But if you look at these guys that are like just skill sets, draft prospects, if they're getting redrafted, these guys that I'm picking, in my opinion, Jared Carr, you'd probably say is a better arm, right? I think you'd say with Tua, a lot of the similar stuff, but mobility there. What's another name I had over him? Justin Fields is a prospect. Like,
yeah, I'd take Justin Fields.
These are guys, I've seen what Ben Johnson is doing with Jared Goff, and it's amazing.
Yes.
It is a top 3 offense, quite literally, in the NFL. If I put a guy with a higher skill set in there, I'm expecting the same results, if not like
right now, Matt Stafford coming off the back injury, coming off all that shit.
With Ben Johnson?
Yes.
Matthew Stafford.
Kyler Murray.
He's behind the second best offensive line in the league?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, yeah.
Kyler Murray.
No, Jared Goff.
You're taking Jared Goff over Kyler Murray?
I think Kyler Murray was
Kyler Murray's the ultimate bitch-made quarterback. Like, we talk about not being a dog. Like,
Kyler Murray was a dog and pony show that got the first year.
All right,
by the back half of that
Brock
first year.
Purdy.
That's why the Detroit Lions whooped them whether they headed into the playoffs and have done shit since.
Brock Purdy.
Jared Goff.
Trey Lance.
I could be wrong on this one.
You love Trey Lance.
I do. I just hitched my wagon already.
You did.
Yeah, I gotta stay committed. You gotta ride for Malik the rest of your life too.
Who?
Malik. Willis.
I didn't hitch my
See
wagon.
what Eazy
But
does?
we already
Whenever
said
he
these
has
things.
a wild take, he has to go, Spencer, here's your wild
No,
take.
I'm just
so
saying.
if I'm
No,
gonna do
no.
my take, you have to stick to yours.
Listen, I'm making it
You just tried to
relatable. It's
break
like
somebody
we
down.
said something about a
I
certain
can
guy.
jump off the wagon.
Yeah.
I can swallow my shame.
But where you at right now?
They said he's looking.
You still. That's what I'm saying. You're right out of that
They
thing.
said
You're like,
he's
God
looking
damn it, I
alright.
seen something.
They said
I
he's
seen
looking.
something.
If he flames out, then I'll say it. But
Yeah. It's just fair. What's next? What are we reading?
Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the place to go in summer because summer is a great time to join Planet Fitness and find Low E and beat him.
Whoop him.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free
Whoop it.
zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. Planet Planet Fitness membership start at $10 a month, or you can upgrade the black card for $24.99 and get the use of all the amenities. Planet Fitness, you can join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave a 5-star review. And remember, leave a 5-star review on Apple Music or Spotify and insult Chris. And the best insult will get a free t-shirt. But
Do your
Eazy,
worst.
I had a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I got to think of a really bad quarterback. Who do you think is the worst quarterback in the league right now? Like starting caliber quarterback.
I had like some Jared Goff hope for him. Probably Desmond Ridder.
Desmond Ridder?
Off the
Okay.
top of my dome piece.
Baker
I
Would you take
Baker Mayfield's probably
Would
there
you
too.
take We'll do Baker Mayfield because he has more of a body of work.
Yeah, let me get a whole list, complete list in front of me. I'm listening.
Would you take Baker Mayfield in
Where are we going?
a Ben Johnson offense or Jared Goff in a Jim Bob Cooter offense?
I have a bias against Baker Mayfield. Like, I'd never.
But you also
Jared
have a
Goff.
bias for Ben Johnson.
That's a.
I get you. Finally got him. I think
got
I got
me.
him.
I think you got him.
Shut him down.
I'm malfunctioning. I love Ben Johnson.
JB, hit the fucking thing. He finally shut down. He doesn't get it. There we go. Thank you.
Dog, I want to say Jared Goff and Jim Bob. But Jim Bob was like, honestly, ass.
Yeah. He had like one good year.
Ben Johnson.
Going Ben Johnson and Baker
Ben
Mayfield.
Johnson and Baker. You sick fuck. Who are you picking?
Probably Ben Johnson and Baker.
Yeah. And we've seen Baker surround with talent. A good
You won a
offensive
playoff
mind.
game.
You won a playoff game. Almost. People don't like to talk about it. And I'm a Baker basher, so I don't bring it up often. The Browns almost beat the Chiefs that year.
Yeah.
Browns almost beat the Chiefs that year.
They did.
They got fucked. They had a bullshit no call.
Yeah.
I saw, hey, Browns fans, if you're out there, I saw that shit. But I'm a Baker basher, so I'm
Fuck
doing
Baker,
one of these,
dude.
though.
I
You know what I'm
hate
saying?
Baker.
I do too.
He cost us a playoff spot last year.
Cost us a playoff spot. I think he's been grossly overrated his entire career. Doesn't mean
he was pretty cool at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I
his
like the
antics and shit.
moxie in Oklahoma, but
Yeah.
when you came to the NFL level and you're not like
good,
yeah, that's when like you had to like relax a little bit. Be
When
fiery.
he planted the
and
flag,
shit,
that
yeah.
shit was dope.
Like I don't know. I feel like I wish he took a more team stance on the cockiness and rather than like a me stance. It felt like a me stance.
And that
Maybe it was a
dude,
team stance.
why did he get so many fucking commercials?
He's polarizing. He's
Fuck.
polarizing, and he was a star.
I don't know. Those commercials were kind of funny though.
They were.
Yeah,
but
he had good commercials.
fucking mustache itching my nose. I'm getting it trimmed tomorrow, so I'm just gonna sit there for now.
Yeah. Jared Goff. Remember how you said it's like 75%? You were talking about like the Lions teams. That's how I look at Jared Goff. He's like 75% there between the years. I think he's declined physically. Like in LA, he scrambled a little bit. A little bit. Doesn't do that anymore. The balls, when they come out, they're wobbly. It's just 75% of a great quarterback.
Would you
good quarterback though?
Would
That's
you
a good
hitch your
quarterback.
wagon onto a
Pinky
60%
doll.
chance that Hendon Hooker is better than Jared Goff, or just roll with Jared Goff?
I'm hitching my wagon, brother. On
Because
that rookie deal.
there's a 40% chance that he's worse.
Shit, it might even be greater than that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's hard for quarterbacks to hit, but when you're in the system like Ben Johnson, that's the thing is like Ben Johnson makes Jared Goff. Sean McVay makes Jared Goff. We're probably going to lose Ben Johnson. So that's why I'm not fucking marrying the part of that situation that's already showed me shit. I'm not paying that 15% of my salary cap. I can't do that. It's not a smart business move.
I don't hate it. But
If they do, trade him.
that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. Remember, today's
You win a free
episode,
t-shirt.
You'll win a free t-shirt if you hurt Chris's feelings the most. For the man to my left,
I heard
the
his
one
feelings.
and only
Say something funny.
Speak
Don't be
Easy.
vicious.
Chris Platte in the TD booth. He's got a strong skin. JB Smooth on the ones and twos.
Hell yeah,
I'm
brother.
Spencer Rexter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights.
Yes.
Peace.
Gang, gang.
So I wanted to do a Spidey cosplay last night, but everybody's like, haha, waiting for the queef. So I made a video. What, do you guys want me to come in like this? Like, can I just post a thirst trap without being like, let one rip? Anyways. So I wanted to do a Spidey cosplay last night, but everybody's like, haha, waiting for the queef. So I made a video. What, do you guys want me to come in like this? Like, can I just post a thirst trap without being like, let one rip? Anyways.